both sides of the conversation family. We welcome you to this virtual space crafted especially for you. My name is Jada Curry, and I'm both sides of the conversation's marketing director and graphics design specialist. I want to take some time to ground us all as a community into this space we are about to open up in, so let's go through our community standards. Both sides of the conversation is providing a safe and honest space for open conversation, so we ask that you all be respectful of that. We also ask that you be respectful of each panelist, host, and participant. We do encourage healthy debates and conversations. Don't personalize anything with anyone. This includes name-calling, bullying, trolling, or shaming. This will not be allowed or tolerated. Your perspective is yours. It is not a prescription. You do not have to agree, but show respect. These community standards apply to all of our live shows and any virtual spaces that we hold on social media, including YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We want to make sure that we are caring for each other as a community. This is our priority in all of our endeavors as both sides of the conversation. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's show and continue to stay in touch with us via YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or all of them. All right, thank you for listening and see you soon.
Evening, everyone. Welcome to our Hidden Gem segment. It is so awesome to be here this evening. I will be your host for this evening along with the wonderful Khalees. So I will bring her up right now. Happy Valentine's Day, Khalees. How you doing?
I'm doing good. And how are you, Ayana?
I am doing great. I'm so happy that I'm able to sit here with you this evening. So community, we have an awesome show for you all this evening. So we have a wonderful hidden gem and then awesome, some amazing youth out there in our community that are doing great things. All right. So before we get started, I want to wish everyone a happy Valentine's Day. Now, Valentine's Day is just not for the lovers. It's for whoever you love, a collective love. So whether that be family, whether that be friends, whether that be yourself, happy Valentine's Day to you. And also, happy Black History Month, okay? Let's represent. So now, this is your first time watching both sides of the conversation. We want you all to follow us on all of our platforms, whether that be Instagram, whether that be our Facebook, our TikToks. Follow us and see all the amazing things that we're doing in the community here. All right. So before we get to our hidden gems, let's go over some of our world announcements. Now, there's a lot of things going on here in the world. So the first world event that's happening or that has happened is with our San Francisco mayor, Mayor London Breed. One second, sorry. The San Francisco mayor proposes $27 million to fund police overtime. So Tuesday, San Francisco Mayor London Breed introduced a proposal to allocate $27.6 million to help fund police overtime due to staffing shortage. Additionally, Mayor Breed proposed $200,000 to be allocated to the district attorney's office for 3 extra prosecutors to focus on open air drug dealings. The mayor stated, "We need officers responding to break-ins, breaking up the open air drug dealings in the Tenderloin, and addressing the shooting and violence crimes in our neighborhoods." Now, you all know with the pandemic and then with the recession happening, the crime rates are going high. All right. So everyone be safe, and hopefully, we'll get that funding to get more police out there to patrol our streets and to keep us safe. Another world event is an arrest made in a hidden run that killed a San Jose woman. San Jose police made an arrest in a hit and run that left a woman dead last week. The suspect, Kim Mai Tai, 60 of San Jose, was arrested on February 11th at her home after police tracked her car down as she was involved in the collision. Mai was booked in the Santa Clara County Jail and charged with 1 count of felony hit and run. She posted bail and is no longer in custody. So let's just see how that story unfolds. The next event is the wife of doctor who drove his Tesla off the cliff with his family inside no longer wants him prosecuted. So last month, a family man by the name of Dharmesh Patel had driven his wife and 7-year-old daughter off Devil's Slide Cliff in California. During the investigation, authorities were told by his wife that Patel had intentionally tried to kill them. The 41-year-old from Pasadena pleaded not guilty to the 3 counts of attempted murder last week. And now it seems his wife is backing her husband and is no longer wanting to prosecute him for the fatal car crash. So let's pray for that family and let's see how that case turns out. Now I'm going to pass it over to Khalees to read all of our upcoming community events.
Let me take the mute off. Hello, everyone, and happy Valentine's Day. And most of all, happy Black History Month. And we have so many amazing events. There is no need to sit at home. Go ahead and embrace the community and get outside the house. So Bayview residents don't get dismissed. Lawsuit clients, last notice. Bonner & Bonner Law. Book an appointment and complete your fact sheet. You can text or voicemail to 415-236-0533. There's a historic day for Californians with old conviction records. Time Done is a program of Alliance for Safety and Justice. For more information, https://timedone.org. We'll have that information up for you. We have a Clean Slate initiative. The Public Defender's Office can help clean up your criminal record. Contact sfpublicdefender.org. Get that record clean. Celebrate Black History Month with MOAD. There's a sensational series, and don't miss these events for the month of February. Registration and more information at www.moadsf.org/programs-events. AARP Foundation, get your taxes done for free. February 1st through April 15th, in-person tax aid at 3 San Francisco locations. So go ahead and download that pre-appointment packet at https://sftaxaid.org. Drum Beats, Heartbeats, Communities as One. San Francisco Public Library, Corrett Auditorium at 100 Larkin Street. That's on Wednesday, February 15th, which is tomorrow, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's free. Registration is required. We'll have that uplink for you so that you'll be able to get more information on that. Bayview Opera House, we have a book signing and author talk with Lizette Wanzer. That's on February 16th at 6 p.m. Ruth Williams Memorial Theater. That's at 4705 3rd Street in San Francisco at the Bayview Opera House. Black Excellence, Black Invention Exhibit. That's at the Exploratorium After Dark. That's on February 16th, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's at Pier 15th at Embarcadero. There are so many amazing events, so keep up, community. DKI is presenting a community updates meeting on February 16th, 5:30 to 7 p.m. You can register at the link and we'll have that uploaded for you as well. The 43rd Annual Oratorical Music Contest. Application deadline is February 17th, which is quickly approaching. The contest date is February 23rd, 9:30 a.m. to noon. This is hosted by San Francisco Alliance of Black School Educators. The website is www.sfabse.org. We're having a Black History Month walk, African American Holistic Wellness Program, February 17th, 10 a.m. That's at Lake Merced at the San Juan Bautista statue. Register and text your name at 415-424-7613. That is a African American Holistic Wellness walk. So go ahead and get your walk on and keep your health up. Pure Focus Family presents Unsung Heroes, Saluted by Emerging Stars. That's February 18th at 5:30 p.m., also at the Bayview Opera House, 4705 3rd Street in San Francisco. You can get your tickets at eventbrite.com. African American Historical Cultural Society Black History Month has a celebration as well. That's February 18th Genealogy Resources for African Americans. That's at San Francisco City Hall. That's noon to 1 p.m. For more information, www.sfaahcs.org. There's our wonderful Black History Parade and Community Party. That's on February 18th at 11 a.m. Also at the Bayview Opera House to Southeast Community Center. Both Sides of the Conversation is hosting our annual bowling event this weekend, February 18th. If you have not registered, make sure that you register. It's 1 to 5 p.m. at Sea Bowl, 4625 Coast Highway in Pacifica, California. If you're interested in sponsorship, email info@bsotc.org. Register, register, register. Our spaces are filling quickly, so we are going to have an amazing event, and we are all excited at Both Sides of the Conversation. Black History 365 Street Fair and Pastor Eris is on February 19th, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. at 1475 Fillmore Street. Mardi Gras with the Village Project, that's February 21st, 5 p.m. at 1475 Fillmore Street. We're having an in-person legal cafe, small business owners, February 22nd, 12 to 1:45. That's at 9400 C International Boulevard, Better Neighborhood, Same Neighbors Resource Center. The host is Sustainable Economies Law Center. There's a career and hiring event on February 23rd, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the CASC Reentry Center at 564 6th Street in San Francisco. You can register through Calendly, and we'll have the link for you below. Transversing Worlds is having Our Lives in the Absence of Justice. It's a reparations panel, art exhibitions, and fashion show. February 24th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., Bayview Opera House. It's a free public event. The second annual District 10 Visitation Valley Black History Month and Lunar New Year celebration is on February 25th at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's Children's Play Garden, 170 Teddy Avenue. What's Cooking on Sam's Jordan's Way? That's at a Bayview Food Fair. That's on February 25th at noon to 6 p.m. Galvez Street between 3rd and Phelps Street. Black Vines is hosting a Toast to Black Wineries and Diverse Art Festival. Bridge Yard at 210 Burma Road in Oakland. This is on February 25th, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And there's a link to follow. Doodah Activities presents a Black History celebration. Food, entertainment, history resources, and a special guest panel. This is on February 26th, noon to 5 p.m. That's at 45 Conklin Street at the Thurgood Marshall High School. There's a First Unitarian Universalist Society of San Francisco. There's a scholarship year for 23 and 2024, ranging from $1,500 to $2,500. The deadline is March 1st. There will be a link to follow for that actual scholarship. There's several ongoing events, which is Tools on the Trade, Shakespeare to Change, Workshop of Verse, Lyricism, and more. That's every Monday at 5 to 7 p.m. starting March 6th through May 19th. Bayview Opera House, 4705 3rd Street, San Francisco. The Strutter's Room free dance workshop is also at the Bayview Opera House at 4705 3rd Street in San Francisco. That's on Wednesdays, 5:30 to 7:30. That's going on now through June 18th. And you can check out more information at www.thestruttersroom.com. From the Heart Organic Produce Food Pantry, From the Heart Youth Team will be doing door-to-door knocking to sign up residents Monday through Fridays, 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m., and they'll be giving out food Thursdays, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. The pickup location is at 5 Corner Court, so you don't want to miss that opportunity. That is organic produce from the food pantry. Launch and grow your business. Business support services for small business entrepreneurs. The email is at bayview@rencenter.org. More information on learning how to launch or grow your business. There are youth workshops, that's job referrals, resume building, skill building, and professional networking. You can schedule an appointment at star.aprisf@gmail.com, the link to follow. EBUNTU Leadership Institute brings on their Spring 2023 Common Read. Support the mission of Brotherhood of Elders Network and the EBUNTU Leadership Institute. For more information, there's a link to follow. 3rd Street Youth Center and Clinic College Jump Program offering college readiness and process for ages 12 to 24-year-olds. College Counts program, you can apply for that. This is to get our youth ready for the up-and-coming college programs, to get an understanding in what's required to attend college. San Francisco Public Health has the monkeypox vaccinations and other vaccinations available every Thursday, 11:30 to 2:30. That's at 701 Alabama Street in San Francisco, California. Please make sure you get vaccinated if it applies to you. Peace Parks presents Friday Night Fun every Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's at the Hamilton Rec Center at 1600 Geary Boulevard in San Francisco. Lovely Ladies are hosting a university open enrollment, ages 10 to 17 years old. That's on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 4:30 to 7:30. That's at 1275 Fairfax Avenue in San Francisco. For membership inquiries, www.ladiesempower.org. Saturdays are family fun days, field trips, sporting events, and much more. That's every second and fourth Saturday. For more information, email sfrebels1990@gmail.com, and there'll be a link below. Both Sides of the Conversation has our capacity building fundraiser. Visit our GoFundMe page and make donations today at https://GoFundMe /005HC65A, and that link will also follow. There's jobs out there, community, so please apply if it applies to you. Black Economic Equity Movement has an exciting guaranteed income opportunity for Black young adults. Applications are accepted through mid-March. For more information, we'll have a link to follow. Interested in construction? Receive industry-approved training and OSHA certification. That's February 21st through February 24th at 1301 Evans Avenue in San Francisco. That's at the Oscar de la Torre Center, and there's a sign-up link for you to follow. Cal PPH Pathways application is now live. California Public Health Pathways is now recruiting applicants. There's entry-level job training. For more information, we have a link for you to apply for the California Public Health. Seeking youth participants for Bay Area's Local Youth Innovation Challenge. Applications are due February 17th by 5 p.m. and the link to follow for the application. SFPUC Youth Job Training Program. That's for youth 14 to 21 as well as transitional age 16 to 24. Bayview Hill Gardens Room 1075 LeConte Avenue. Apply March 20, 2023. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 4 to 6 p.m. You can contact Jason Brown at bayviewci.org, the link to follow. San Francisco Children's Council is recruiting a community outreach manager. That's a full-time salary of $75,000 to $85,000 annually. And to apply, we have a link for you to follow. UCSF have many positions for the facility services, and there's job opportunities out there. We have the link to follow on that if you are pursuing a career in the facilities for UCSF. Join our youth team. San Francisco youth volunteers are needed. There's a paid stipend for high school or college honor roll students. So go ahead and join us, follow us, and you can email us at hr@bsotc.org. In the Black is hiring. There's sales associates and assistant manager positions at sfhdc.org/careers. Lastly, Children's Council of San Francisco is looking to hire for 2 health and nutrition specialists. For you to apply, you go to ZipRecruiter and Glassdoor, and you'll be able to find more information regarding that. Back to you, Ayana, all those spectacular events and jobs for our youth in our community.
Yes, thank you. So community, we have events, we have jobs, we have scholarships. So go ahead, check all those things out and get yourself involved, get those scholarships and get those jobs. All right. All right. So BSOTC is in search of volunteers. Our work is inspiring and it feels good. We make a difference in the community with tangible results to show for it. We are a highly driven group with high impact. We get the right things done the right way. Not only will you contribute to the community, but you will also learn a lot and gain knowledge in your field of interest within our organization. We value your ideas and inputs. Sign up to be a volunteer today. You make a difference. Now, the ways that you all can support BSOTC is while you shop online. Amazon Smile donates 0.5% of your eligible purchases on Amazon to BSOTC. All you need to do is start your shopping at smile.amazon.com and choose BSOTC as your charitable organization. And the donation will be made at no extra cost to you, okay? So go to all of our social media sites for more news and how to give back to your community and to support BSOTC, all right? Now, for all of our upcoming shows, so we have our Educational Thursdays that will happen this Thursday at 7 p.m. And then we also have our amazing Sunday conversation, and it'll be titled Black Love, Protect, Provide, and Peace. All right. So tune in this Sunday at 4 p.m. All right. So that is all of our announcements. So now we'll get into our amazing segment. We have an amazing hidden gem. Her name is Miss Precious Hicks. So I'm going to bring her up and allow her to introduce herself to the community. And let's hear what she's all about. Hello, Miss Precious Hicks. Welcome to Hidden Gems.
Hello, happy Love Day to everyone. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So let the community know who you are and why you're here today.
Yes, my name is Precious Hicks. I am a mental health advocate, a life coach, a holistic healer. I do a lot of things. I'm also a mentor for women who are incarcerated. And I'm here today to just share a little bit about what I do and what I got going on and spread a little love on this Love Day.
Awesome. So go right ahead and tell us all about what you want to spread love. How are you going to spread love to us? So please share.
Yes, absolutely. So my business, A Pocket of Sunshine here, is all about self-love, self-care. I help women who have been through trauma and or stressful situations get over that hump. I also help businesses as a wellness consultant for anything like stress related, business related. And like I said, I am a mentor for women who are incarcerated. So I help around parenting, motherhood, re-entering back into society. And I'm also partnered with a couple organizations around the Bay Area, creating wellness workshops for them as well in their endeavors for creating a better community. We're all about creating a spa-like experience for people at home because, well, we all need that at home. And we talk a lot about what's that called, soft life and self-care, but we really don't know how to do it, and it sounds very expensive when you think about it. However, you can do little things throughout the day to create self-care with yourself.
So can you share with me about that, Precious? And we welcome you to our show. Thank you for coming. So I do know that women struggle with self-love, and today is Valentine's Day. So for a lot of these single women out here that don't have that significant other, how can they be able to focus and apply self-love or make themselves feel loved and they don't have that significant other?
Absolutely. I could apply that actually twofold because you still need self-love even if you have a significant other. So if you are looking for self-love and self-care, of course, that starts with you. It starts with self-reflection and being able to be open and honest with yourself. Because if you can't be honest with yourself, you can't have honest relationships with anybody else, right? And so usually I'll start with some self-reflections about like, who is the person that you see yourself being, right? Because we all have this ideal of who we are. And as we go through life, we find that we come across things that stop us, right? Like, oh, I thought I was going to be that person, but it's really not happening. Or people come into my life all the time, and we use these words like all the times, and these things keep happening to me, but we're really not acknowledging the fact that we're the common denominator in all of those things that are happening to us, and we're ultimately the driver of our own vehicle. I like to say we don't do limousine living over here, because back in the day, a limousine was nice. It was beautiful. We got to sit in the back and snacks, the celebrities coming up with them, all of those things. But when it comes to your life, why you want to sit way in the back? You need to be up there in the driver's seat, driving your own life. So when it comes to self-care and self-love, you have to understand and know where your blind spots are. And that comes with boundaries. That comes with creating a routine that incorporates yourself, because we like to work for other people and we don't do a lot of work for ourselves. So that comes with putting ourselves in our day, every day. That comes with being able to carve out a little bit of time. I know we have some moms carving out a little bit of time for yourself, even at the end of the day, no matter how late it is, to just de-stress, decompress, so you don't come home or go to sleep with the worries of the day on your back, because we hold everything up on our back. And that also comes with being able to voice, because a lot of us, our throat chakras are blocked. We're not using our voice in the proper way to be able to express our feelings, because a lot of us grew up in trauma and not being able to express our feelings, having our boundaries crossed, and no, you can't say that, and you got to listen to me because of that. And we don't know how to properly communicate how we are feeling, what is going on with us, don't even know what am I feeling. So utilizing something like a feelings wheel to be like, oh, that sounds like what I'm feeling right now. Let me go and reevaluate how I can approach this, because it may not be you. It might just be me. I could just be triggered. And we don't even understand what that actually looks like. So there's a lot that goes into it, but that's just a little bit of it.
So I've learned that, men really struggle. Now, Valentine's Day is just not for women or men, but it's for everyone. Now, men, because I have two young men's sons, and they struggle sometimes with self-love, because they just push. They push themselves and they don't express emotion. And I don't see too much self-love or even catering to themselves. How could they go on and feel good about themselves when they just push and drive and just want to be successful? How can men use the same tools for themselves?
Absolutely. It definitely goes both ways. And I love talking about this. I work with women now. That's who my business was created for, but I definitely work with everyone, literally. And so for young men, I think it definitely starts in the home. Being able to show them what it looks like for them to express themselves. Being able to tell them, so how are you feeling, and acknowledge how they're feeling, and say it back to them. Because I just had this conversation with someone the other day, and a lot of times we think we're communicating and we're not, especially as parents. We think we're communicating and we're not. We're dictating the conversation, and we are coming at the conversation from our point of view, which is our traumas, our whatever we have going on. Not everybody has traumas like that, but like whatever we have going on, we come in from that lens. And just even repeating back what you said. So what I heard you say was, so he can also acknowledge like, I said this, but that's not really what I meant. And now we are able to have a conversation. Now you are able to understand how you are coming across and what your conversation looks like. And also, this goes for women to the men. You have to start holding yourself accountable for your conversations, because this is my favorite thing to talk about. We don't have accountability. And that is our one privilege. Women have one privilege. And that is the fact that we don't have accountability to men.
Are you saying we're defensive?
That too, but it's also a systemic thing, because we don't have to have accountability to men, because you're supposed to be a man and you're supposed to cater to my feelings, and you're supposed to allow me to be a victim. It's just what it is. We didn't have many opportunities, before to be heard. So when it comes to happy wife, happy life, or just being in relationship, a man in chivalry is supposed to cater to a woman, and we have not been conditioned to be able to hear men out and be able to hear what they're saying without belittling their feelings and where they're coming from, and being understanding. So even if you are in a household and you as a parent are very good at communication and you understand this, he still has to go out into the world where women are saying, F and F and stuff like that. And we don't feel like we have to care for men, and we do, because they feel so deeply and have no outlet. And that is why especially our Black men have the highest rates of unaliving themselves, because where do they have what outlet do they have to express themselves? If I can't express myself to my sister, to the woman next to me, and then I'm not taught to respect you as a person, so you still don't feel safe expressing yourself in a way that you're supposed to express yourself to me. So where do we find a balance within myself to feel comfortable enough to speak to you, to tell you how I feel, to open up? Like we haven't cultivated a space enough for young Black men to be able to express themselves fully.
Thank you.
That's pretty
so
deep.
powerful. That is. Now, I know that you said that your business was started for women. What prompted you to start this for women?
Yes, so I have always been in the mental health field. Since elementary school, they had me in the counselor's office. This is my thing. I love it. However, I found myself in an abusive relationship, and I didn't understand before what that was or what I was into. And it just turns out I was recycling another relationship that I had before, because, if you don't deal with your traumas, they will find you. So I had a traumatic childhood and just relived it in my relationship. And so in order for me to get out, I ended up in incarceration. And when I got out of incarceration, I realized that I was attracting a lot of things that I didn't want to attract. And it wasn't purposely, but again, with self-reflection, I realized, of course, the common denominator is me. If I want to stop attracting people that are essentially here to use me, I got to stop, I got to do something different. So I went on a self-love, self-care, mental health hiatus where I allowed myself to feel, because that was my biggest thing. I grew up in an emotionally abusive household, so I didn't know how to express my feelings as well, in a different way. But like, I was very vocal, of course, but I didn't know how to let out emotion. And so I lost my father. I was in parole, and they paroled me to my abusive household. So I'm still back in a traumatic situation after another traumatic situation. So I had to get it out, and I learned that I needed to sit with myself. I needed to find myself again because I felt lost. And so I started creating this self-care routine, and I would wake up in the morning and get my herbs and make my teas, and then I would go do my journaling, and then I would start my day. But I noticed throughout my day, of course, I'm trying to reacclimate into society. I went right into corporate America. And in that, I realized that I couldn't find balance. Like everything was just too much. I was doing great. I was getting raises, and I'm growing as a person, but my evolution was painful. So I'm realizing that, of course, this is great to be growing, as I call it, but evolution takes a different kind of journey, and it takes a different kind of self-care. So as I'm going through this journey, I'm realizing like this is something that I need something else, right? And I learned that there's no such thing as balance, because we balance when we stop doing everything. You know, we balance when we're tired, I guess. But we always in the act of balancing. So learning how to pivot, where do I need to move this way and where do I need to move that way? And so I just started creating all these systems for myself. And as I was going through that, other people were asking me like, oh, what are you doing? How are you doing this? And so I ended up creating this journal, and from the journal it grew into workshops, and from workshops it grew into like what I'm doing now. So that's how A Pocket of Sunshine started. And the reason why it was for women, because I tried to branch out and it was like a lot on my plate. And like I said, I was in the midst of healing from a domestic violence relationship, and one of my mentors sat me down, was like, you can't heal, or you can't have this business and heal in the same manner that you went in there with. That's the whole reason why you started this healthcare journey. So again, not understanding, going back in the same cycles and pattern. And luckily I created a community with me that was on the same journey, that understands just like I understand about self-care, that was able to check me before I went into a self-destructive path. Like I said, I work with men and youth outside of this, but this business is specifically for women because this is where I was at when I created that business.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And thank you just for creating this business, because it's so many people that are dealing with mental health, people that don't know how to pivot. They don't know how to balance, and their life can go down a downward spiral, so how can they find you, and what do the workshops look like?
Yeah, so you can find me. My Instagram is here at APKT of Sunshine. It's A Pocket of Sunshine. Someone stole my name, but it's APKT of Sunshine. And there I do interviews with people about their mental health. I have a Wellness Wednesday as well with some co-hosts, and we talk about wellness. You can also email me at iamlight@apocketofsunshine.com. And I have a group coming up. Is group coaching, and it's going to be a 90-day program, and we're going to go through everything from where we are at right now to how can we get to the other side of our wellness journey and our vision of self. And it's really one of my favorite. I took one of my favorite workshops and I made it bigger because I think so many people need to understand themselves just a little bit more. I love to go through the comments on social media so I could collect data of points that we need to grow as people. And of course, there's no lack of information to collect from there. So I created another system for group coaching because I also love the group dynamic. I do it with my ladies inside incarceration. I do it with, with the corporations that I do it with, but I was doing one-on-one coaching, and we can't really heal by ourselves. We can, because sometimes we do need isolation as part of the journey. So we need a moment to ourselves, to be in ourselves, be in our own energy, all of those good things. However, once you get past that place, you also need community, because without community, you're out there alone, and there's so many other people that are either going through the same thing as you or have already been through what you've been through and are willing to lift you up. I know we come from a community of trauma where we don't see that as much. However, it is out there. It is literally out there. And I know, especially as women, we have trust issues with women. But guess what? I hate to say it. If you don't trust women, you don't trust yourself. So you have to be able to be open and use your discernment, of course, in understanding when you're in a safe space.
That is so powerful. So can you just give some words of encouragement to a woman that's maybe struggling and they want to get that mental health, they want to get that balance in their life, and they're just like, I don't trust women. I'm afraid. I don't know where to start. I don't like tea. I can't go and journal, like some of those things they just don't do. So what type of encouragement could you give them just to start their journey of healing?
Absolutely. I would just say that you're worth it. I know we look at ourselves and say that from a place of superficiality because that's what we're supposed to say.
Mhm.
However, I mean it from the bottom of my heart that you are worth it. You are worth healing. And when I say healing, I don't mean that cute stuff on social media. Them flowers in that water look cute, but healing is ugly and it hurts. And being able to get through and get past that hump of hurting is a place that I had to go through, and it's a place that I'm still going through. You know, like I'm not a therapist. I do have therapeutic techniques. I have studied a lot. However, I do understand that we all going through something. You're not the only one that's going through something, and to be able to take your power back from everyone who tried to take it from you, to be able to taste people know this is my life now, because a lot of us are living lives that other people have created for us. We're still living in the situations that other people created for us because each one of our interactions is shifting our perspective and our reality just a little bit. So if we continue to have reactions and interactions with people that we do not like, we continue in this cycle of living a life that is not full of abundance. And that's not how we were supposed to be living in our lives. And on the other side of that healing and that hurt and those wounds and that trauma is such a beautiful and freeing feeling that I wish on all of us.
Absolutely. That is beautiful. We want to live a life of abundance. Any last questions for Ms. Precious, Khalees?
No, but I tell you, the name, I love the name of your business because when you're down at your lowest and you're looking around, looking just for a breathing moment or a way out, you could just reach in that pocket and pull out some sunshine. So I love that name. It's very inspirational.
It is. Any last words for you, Ms. Precious, for the community?
No, I mean, enjoy your beautiful day. It's been lovely to be on here and talk to you all.
And it's been a pleasure to have you. So everyone check her out on all of her different platforms. She has a wonderful event coming up. You said it was a 90-day event, correct? Yeah. So you all please check her out. Mental health is so important. Self-love, self-care. So check out Miss Precious Hicks. Thank you so much for joining us today. And that is our amazing hidden gem for this evening. Thank you all so much. That was amazing, Khalees. So now we have some amazing youth that we want to present to the community. So both sides of the conversation, we had an amazing essay contest for Black History Month. And so we had 3 different essays from 3 different categories. So we had elementary, middle school, and then high school. So I'm going to bring up a wonderful young man. He's amazing, you all. And he had to write an essay on what does Black History Month mean to you. So I'm going to bring up our wonderful king, Mr. Jonathan Butler.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Jonathan.
It's so great to have you here this evening with us.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you want to tell the community how old you are and what school you attend?
I am 10 and I go to North Hills Christian School.
Oh, that's the one in Vallejo, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So what are some of your favorite subjects in school?
My favorite subject is science, math, and spelling.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. I like that. Now, do you do any sports? Do you play any instruments?
I'm doing swimming, but I'm going to do volleyball this year.
Awesome. That is exciting. Exciting. Okay. So are you ready to read your essay to the community? Because we're dying to hear it.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. It's showtime.
What does Black History Month mean to me? As a young African American male, I recognize that knowing about my history is important in my development and success. I believe it does not matter what a person's race or skin color is. The right to freedom and equality should not be denied. As I sat in class and watched a video about Martin Luther King, I realized that not too long ago, people who had the same skin color and looked like me were not allowed to stand in front of the bus, go to certain schools, eat at certain restaurants, or attend the same church in Anglo-Saxon American. Black History Month gives me the sense of pride as I join with other Americans reflecting on what my ancestors and others who have fought to give my race the opportunity to be successful and live up to the fullest potential. Black History Month is a time for the country to stop and realize what African Americans have accomplished and contributed to the history of the United States. Not all African Americans have been civil rights activists like Martin Luther King Jr. Some of them contribute to American society in various ways, like Katherine Johnson, who was one of the mathematicians that helped Neil Armstrong land Apollo 11. She was trusted by him more than any computer system. Jackie Robinson was also a successful African American. He was the first play. He was the first player in majors. He was the first player in Major League Baseball. Also, Gwendolyn Brooks, who won the Pulitzer Prize for her poetry. Finally, the African American President of the United States, Barack Obama, and Kamala Harris, the first African woman Vice President of the United States of America. In conclusion, as I celebrate Black History Month, it makes me proud to be an American. Well, it makes me proud to be an African American. The African American community have grown from protest. The African American community have grown from protesting in the streets for equal rights and not being able to ride at the front of the bus to the White House. As my ancestors have fought to provide a path for me to have equal opportunities, I stand proud to be a young African American boy. I know knowing that I can do all things, nothing is impossible. Working hard, being humble, believing in God, and doing my best, I can reach my full potential.
Amazing. Thank you so much. That is amazing. Now tell us, Jonathan, what inspired you to write about that? I know you had the topic, but where did your inspiration come from?
My inspiration came from the first time I ever had a Black History Month. It came to me when cause like every Black History Month, my parents would turn on like a movie kind of show or movie. It depends. They would turn on like a movie or a show, and it would show like how Black history, like show it used to show it happened before like all this happened, and when slavery now doesn't exist. They showed me it and it inspired me to always don't like learn in school. So like it don't like and learn about history. So like if anything happens in the future, nothing it can't happen again because you already know about what happened when you learn history.
That's right. When you know your past, you know where your future is going. That's absolutely right, Jonathan. Well, we are so proud of you. You are our essay winner. You'll be getting your $500 from both sides of the conversation. And we look forward to meeting you in person on this Saturday. Anything you have for
Absolutely.
No.
colleagues? Anything for Mr. Jonathan?
Mr. Jonathan, I heard you say that you know how to swim. Do you teach adults how to swim?
No, I'm like learning how to swim, but I could teach someone how to swim, but I wouldn't know how to like teach them a lot of things, but I know how to at least teach them some things.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I'm so happy for you, and we're very proud of you and look forward to meeting you in person.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations again, Jonathan. And we can't wait to meet you on Saturday. Have a good
Okay.
night.
You too.
Thank you. I'm sorry about that. Let me add Jonathan back. Jonathan, what were you saying to the community? I'm so sorry.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Oh, thank you. Same to you. Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Wasn't he amazing, colleagues?
Yes, what a bright young man. I mean, there's so many things that our youth, especially our Black youth and our brown youth, can do now at this time and age. And it's just, I commend him for taking the time out in structuring his essay and elaborating on the different Black and brown leaders that we've had. So he took the time to do that. And I really, really appreciate his effort in that. Attending North Hills Christian School. So that was just wonderful.
And he did an amazing job on his essay. So proud of him. All right. So we have another amazing contestant that actually won. And she is, I believe, a middle schooler. I might be wrong. I don't know. She'll correct me. But her name is Nyla. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to have her pronounce her name, okay?
Nalaya.
Nalaya. There it is. That's a beautiful name for me.
No, it's actually Nalea.
Nalea.
Yeah.
Nalea.
Nalea. Well,
Yeah.
hello, Nalea. Thank you so much for
Hi.
being here with us. And thank you for entering the contest and congratulations on winning.
Thank
So
you.
tell us, you're welcome. So tell us how old you are and what school you attend.
Okay, so I'm 12. I'm turning 13 in March, and I go to John Muir Middle School.
Okay. And what are some of your favorite subjects in school?
Some of my favorite subjects are history and not history, sorry. Science and math.
Science and math sounds good. Okay. So your essay was on, it says, describe an African American history, your life, or your community that has impacted and inspired you. So are you ready to read your essay to the community?
Yep.
Okay. So I will.
Okay. My African American hero. An African American in my life and in my community that has impacted and inspired me is my pastor, Dr. Anthony Majors. I have seen my pastor give back to the community in many ways. As a church, we have had many fundraisers like movie night, we've had vacation Bible school, fed the homeless, and we've had church in the park. These events showed how important it is to always give back to others and the community. This has also helped me grow closer to God and care about others' well-being. Pastor Majors is so invested in his church that he's a spiritual father figure for all of us, and he cares about us individually. For instance, my pastor has personally invested in our church families, including mine. He took the time to counsel us and help us become better people. For example, my mom had been struggling mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. She had me when she was a teenager. My pastor took the time to talk to my mom and pray for her as well. He helped her turn over a new leaf and become the best mom she could possibly be. My pastor has also invested in me from when I was a toddler and my pastor first heard me sing. He asked me to sing for the church and use my gift for God. This helped me gain self-confidence and believe in myself. I've been singing in church since then. Pastor Majors has also encouraged my mom to put me in sports, and now I'm a starter for basketball and volleyball. My pastor has come to my games, cheered me on, and given me tips on how to become a better student athlete. My pastor has also been like a grandfather to me. He used his own personal money to buy me gym shoes, school supplies, school clothes, and has taken me to lunch. During our conversations, he's always said encouraging and uplifting words. The motto of our church is transforming lives one by one. My pastor has transformed my mom's life and now mine. Now I desire to do the same for other people. As a result, this is why my pastor Majors is an African American in my life and in my community that has impacted and inspired me.
Beautiful.
That-
I love it. Now, give a shout out to your church. Give a shout out to your church. You're talking about your pastor. So what?
Oh, yeah. I go to New Beginnings Community Church. Due to COVID, we've been online for a while, but yeah, that's the name of it.
That's amazing. It's so beautiful to hear the impact that your pastor has had on you, because you're what you said you were 12?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and also it showed me how to treat certain people and help people, because we've also helped homeless people, like giving them money from the church, or we've helped people who have been addicted to drugs or living on the streets, or just anyone who's going through a situation. We always try to help them.
I love it. That is so beautiful. Keep up the good work, and like I said, it's so awesome that your pastor has inspired you to just do great work in the community, because that's what it's about. It's about receiving love and then also giving love right back, and I'm just proud of you all. You all are just awesome writers, and you guys are really doing great things in the community. So, what inspired you? I mean, I know your pastor did a lot of influence as far as like getting to where you're at, but like, how did you pick him of all people?
I picked him out of all people because at first I was doing an African American, like someone that was very popular, but then I started to think about someone that should be appreciated, and also someone that does things that should be noticed, and just things that have that weren't really like on the news or newspapers written about it, but something that has changed multiple people's lives.
That's right. I love it. I love it.
Well, I believe that you just nominated your pastor for our Hidden Gem show.
I think you
And
do, Alice.
it's a good thing what he's doing in the community. I mean, he's had such an impact on your life, and you have a heart of compassion. We can just feel it in your essay, because a lot of youth nowadays, they're not thinking about others; they're thinking about themselves, and I
Yeah,
can see
and
that you care about people.
And that's what I also enjoy about he also tries to include the youth, especially me. Like as I mentioned, we done multiple skits and stuff. Yeah, sometimes when I was younger, like they would take like the younger kids, like just like explain the Bible to us and like stories to us and have visual examples. Yeah.
No, I love it. I think that your church is going to have some virtual members pretty soon. So tell us the name of your church one more time.
New Beginnings Community Church.
New Beginnings Community Church. Your pastor is doing an awesome job, and you are awesome and amazing. And we thank you so much for entering the contest and being our winner. You're amazing. You're amazing.
Thank you.
We look
Yes,
forward to
and we look so much. Yes, we look so forward to meeting you this weekend, and can't wait. Just can't wait. And congratulations on your accomplishment. This is beautiful.
Thank you. It was nice meeting
your
you.
birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Headed into the teens, 13. Here she comes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again. You have a wonderful evening, and we're
It
going
was nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow. Now that just gave me chills. I mean, what an essay. And out of all people, you can commend your coach. That could be your hero. I mean, the neighbor could be your hero, your stepfather, your father. She picked the pastor. And it's the pastor, someone that gives out, just gives to the community, that feeds the homeless, someone that's a giver, not a taker, but a giver. And that's her hero. What a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing and a blessing, to be recognized. So sometimes pastors don't get recognized for all of their hard work. So it's awesome that she chose him to shed light and to, make him her hero. Absolutely. All right. So we have our last essay contest winner. Okay. She's amazing. She's our high school student, and we're going to bring her up right now. Here she comes.
Hi.
Jada.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Jada, and I attend Mission High School. I am 16 years old, and I am a junior in high school.
Okay, so that means you're getting ready for college, ma'am. So
yeah.
What college are you looking at? Where are we applying?
So I've been thinking about a lot of HBCUs. I've been thinking about Grambling. I'm also thinking about a lot of UCs, so like UCLA, because there are two fields that I want to consider. And one is acting and the other is architectural engineering.
Okay. And what are some of your favorite subjects in school?
So I really love science. I think science is really beautiful. And I have also taken a really huge loving to math. And I feel like people overlook math. And if you have a great teacher, you'll do great things in math.
Absolutely. That's right, Jada. All right. So the name of your essay was, How Has Gun Violence Impacted Your Community? So yes. I read your essay. It's off the hook. So it's your turn to read it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Bullets don't have names. That's what my mom taught me growing up. My community has watched the lives of so many people, young and old, have their lives taken from gun violence. You can see how the news brings people to tears until they've become numb to the constant and rather continuous news of who just got shot. Bullets rain out at random where I'm from. But the routine of ducking and running was one that I knew my community had known too well. July 4th of 2020 was one of those days that made Black kids and teens all over the Bayview remember that bullets don't have names. Jace Young was a 6-year-old killed from gun violence in Bayview. I remember the way that family fought for justice, and so many fought alongside them whilst in agonizing mental states. He was only 6. Yet those bullets took such an innocent young soul away. But bullets don't have names. I hate guns, but not everyone feels the same. And just as much as someone would hate guns, they use them to protect themselves from other guns. Pretty ironic, right? It seems this cycle was designed to target communities of color, being that Bayview Hunters Point houses many African American, Pacific Islander, and Asian American people. Someone gets killed, threatened, or injured, so then more people can carry those same firearms that threaten to kill or injure themselves. You can't blame them. Many can't even trust the law enforcement that supposedly holds others accountable. So I'm going to use this time to also hold the police accountable, because back in 2015, a 26-year-old man was killed, Mario Woods. Mario Woods was holding a bloody knife after he had stabbed a woman, and he was shot 20 times by police officers. I understand that the crime was committed, but over 20 times, literal overkill. Many overlook the trauma that gun violence brings at such young ages. Loud pops that make people drop to the floor for cover thinking it's a gunshot. Being afraid of being caught in the crossfire of a gunfight that has nothing to do with you, or even knowing that a loved one has used it to take away their own lives. It pains me to see a community that has become so used to gun violence that they aren't even fazed. Some have even seen a person be shot dead right in front of them. They just describe actually what happened. They just describe exactly what happened and what they saw, but with no emotional expression at all. Do you see the picture that I've painted for you? The gun violence that shatters families, steals the lives of children, and traumatizes everyone that it indirectly and directly affects. If you have never been affected by gun violence, put yourself in our shoes and think about how it will feel if you lose your kid, father, or even yourself. You would never know. Bullets don't have names.
That is powerful, Jada.
Very.
Jada, thank you. Thank you for bringing the perspective from a 16-year-old. You know, because sometimes we don't look at the perspective from our youth and how gun violence it affects everyone. You know, and thank you for sharing those powerful words. It really resonated for me, and I see why you are the winner for this. Khalees, you have anything for her?
I'm lost for words because it hit home, but it hit pretty heavy because as a student, and to come off from that perspective and saying that you're just used to the gun violence and the bullets and it taking people out, that's just, it's awful. But at the same time, I really commend you for putting all those thoughts into words and wrapping it up with the conclusion, how you brought it back out. Bullets have no name. My grandmother always used to tell us that bullets have no name. So she would tell us, don't put yourself in harm's way. But sometimes you're not in harm's way, you know? And so it's just unfortunate that we face that in our communities, but you did an outstanding job on that essay. I do see why you're the winner, and I can't wait to meet you in person.
Yes, we look forward to meeting you all in person. I'm going to bring, can you hear us, Jada?
We
Jada.
can't hear you.
Can you, Jada,
We
you
can't
talk?
hear you.
I think we're having some technical difficulties with Jada. I'm going to come over. Let me try to add her back. Well, I think we lost Jada, but that is okay.
Yes.
This is an amazing show, Khalees. I think I'm going to bring everyone back up really quick just to, did we lose everyone?
It looks like we may have lost.
Well, we lost a few, but that's okay. We have Jonathan still with us. So,
yes, we do.
Closing out the show. And again, we want to thank Precious Hicks for joining us. Oh, we have our friends back. Here we go. All right.
Yes.
So we want to thank each and every one of you for being on our show this evening. This show has been a phenomenal show. Not only did we have Miss Precious Hicks talk about mental health and just wanting to be your best self and how to pivot through the crazy times of life, but then we also were uplifted by our three amazing youth as well that wrote these amazing essays for Black History Month. Just thank you all for all of the wonderful work that you're doing. Keep pushing forward. Everyone join in to Mrs. Precious class that's coming up. Join the 90-day class. And then you all come out to our bowling event so that you can meet these three awesome youth and hear their papers again read in person. Okay. And then see them get their award of $500 each. Khalees, anything you want to add to this?
Yes, I just want to know from our essay winners, what's the plans with the big bucks that you've earned in the beautiful essays that you've all
My mom said she's gonna save it up for me for when I'm older.
Okay.
So basically I was going to move and I wanted to make a big gesture for me and my friends just to have like a day with them and like have a time for us to remember each other. So I'm going to use it to help me pay for the birthday party that I'm having with all of my friends. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm very grateful for it also because I was like, oh my God, like, how am I going to pay for this? And I was saving up money from like the last couple of months. And this is literally all I need left to pay for it. So I'm just really happy. I almost started crying.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations. You all deserve it. And Miss Jada?
I would like to take the money and just appreciate my family and my best friends because they've always been there to support. They supported me with this essay and proofread it for me, and I just want to use it to support them and show them that I'm grateful.
Awesome. Thank you all. And I'm going to bring up Miss Precious. Miss Precious, any closing words? I know you have your 90-day conference coming up. So just tell us one more time about that and where we can find you.
Yes. Well, it's not anywhere. Yes, my information is right there at PKT of Sunshine. And I just want to congratulate all these young people on doing such a phenomenal job on their essays and being able to recognize their environment around them and also giving back. I love that. I was just saying, I don't know if I would have gave nobody no share with nobody at that age. But that's beautiful that you are so giving and able to, share with other people. It comes back to you, really. It does tenfold. And continue to do the work and continue to be a pillar in your community because it pays off.
That's right. Thank you so much. Again, thank you, community, for joining us this evening. You all are our hidden gems for this evening. Thank you again. We look forward to seeing the community this Saturday at the bowling alley for our second annual bowling event. Be there at 1:00. You'll see all of our amazing contestants read their essays. We're going to have so much fun. We're going to have food. It's going to be bowling. So come out, register. Please register. We need a head count. Okay, so you all come join us and we're going to have a whole lot of fun. Okay, and Mr. John, the bishop, will be there. Tony will be there. Both sides of the conversation family will be there in attendance. So come on out, have fun with us. And I think that's all. Khalees, do you have anything else to add before we close out this evening?
Oh, we appreciate all of you appearing on our show. We're so grateful that you won the essays and it's just been beautiful. We can't wait to see you presented with your prize and your certificates. And thank you so much, Precious, for appearing on our show. Yes, a pocket of sunshine definitely is needed in our communities. And so thank you all. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone and happy Black History Month. And see you all on
Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Wait, quick question. When we leave, do we press